You talk a lot about the vision of unlocking the full potential of systems, people, and teams. Talk a bit about that vision, and I mean, I can even hear in some of your responses already some of the pathways to that. But I'd love to have you cover that a little bit more specifically.
Yeah, absolutely. And we do have great passion around this because it is exciting to see both the business users and leaders, and as well as sort of IT professionals, when they really see what's possible. That's so much of the frustration of getting at data that is embedded in current systems. And now you can unlock that for people. You can have this whole cadre of business technologists that can solve problems that they've been waiting to get after or haven't been able to get after. So it is exciting to be in this business because you see people's, visceral and emotional response to it. And so much of our new businesses are existing builders taking us from a company to company to company. So, but the three areas distinctly where we really see adding value to digital operations is one, in agility. So a lot of times our existing systems, we don't want to be another silo. We don't purport to be another system. We really allow you to customize, to tweak, to modify what might be an existing SAP quote to cash process, what might be an existing Salesforce, lead management process. You might just want to create some modification to support your particular business or your particular vertical industry, or it allows you to very easily, quickly, allows the business users to modify something that normally would have been a pretty elaborate development project that maybe IT would have done. You would have hired a third-party SI or something like that. So agility is a big piece. The second is visibility. I mean, transparency and just access to the data you already have that sits across a bunch of systems. That is one that oftentimes we start with something as simple as almost a dashboard that's pulling out relevant pieces of information across a range of ERP, supply chain systems, CRM systems, to the people that need it and just what they need to keep their process or their decisioning going. So real-time analytics, real-time visibility is a big part of the citizen automation. We call it the agility layer sometimes. And third is just automation. A lot of times, the pain of having to do something, they move in some cases off of paper, although paper is still way more prevalent than most people want to admit in their organization. But it's spreadsheets being sent around via email. It's data, it's unstructured, it's, again, invisible, it's error prone. Those three things, agility, visibility, automation, are the layer that we oftentimes provide. And I mean, a good example, I think, that maybe pulls this together is one of our customers, a very large technology company, early in the pandemic, was all of a sudden seeing their collections start to, the days outstanding skyrocket, and for kind of obvious reasons in terms of just people being very nervous. And this is sort of in the May, June window a year ago or so. And so what did they do? They do what most organizations do. Someone in finance started to export from NetSuite a spreadsheet of accounts that were delinquent. And so then they started emailing that around to both people in finance and a whole bunch of their sales reps who had relationships to say, can you help us? We need someone to reach out to these folks and sort of chase them for this. And pretty soon, their days outstanding actually went to almost 80 days, which is, it was millions of dollars of cash they weren't collecting. And they tried to create this very manual spreadsheet kind of process. So what they did as a customer is a data analyst in the finance team in 2 days created an aging receivables application. It didn't replace NetSuite, it just sat on top. And it had a dashboard that would, in real time, pull the information of delinquent accounts out of NetSuite. It would, in real time, look up in Salesforce what reps own those accounts. And then in real time, it would send a notification via Slack, because that's how the reps wanted to be notified if one of their accounts was added to the list. All the reps and the people in finance had the same dashboard. A lot of the reps used the mobile version of it. A lot of the people in finance were more sort of in office, and they used or at home, working from home, used sort of a web-based version of it. And just creating that hub with shared visibility and real-time information, they were able to really work that list down. They got rid of the spreadsheets. They got rid of the emailing. They were all on the same page. So reps weren't calling accounts that had subsequently paid from when the spreadsheet had gone out, that kind of an essence. And it reduced their days outstanding to 44. Again, it was millions of dollars of cash on hand. And that's not a point solution you'd ever build. It was something that was urgent in their business. They needed an answer for quickly. They need to integrate with their core systems like Slack and Salesforce and NetSuite. And they need to get rid of a bunch of paper and spreadsheets and emailing that was an inefficient process. And that's that kind of scenario. We see many of those every day at our customers.